Good morning, everybody, and welcome to TeamODZ Live. And got up here. There we go. Let's have that one. Where's Rick gone? Everything's going wrong today. Here, Rick. There's Rick. There he is.
Told you.
All right, let's go. And then I'll load a workout.
And we're off. Oh yeah.
There we go. Ooh. Hey up, Ben.
Yeah. We got more snow overnight.
Huh? I didn't even
I was
look
really
out the
hoping to
windows.
have a week where I saw no snow whatsoever, except for the crusty stuff we have left behind.
Rusty snow.
South part of the Netherlands got 2 inches, so there's a code orange weather alarm out for everybody.
Shelter in place.
Yeah, people here are not used to slippery roads and they don't use winter tires, so it is actually appropriate to call an alarm.
Also, the Met Office in the UK yesterday issued a 13-hour yellow snow warning. My warning is don't eat. Hang on. So my warning to those in the UK is don't eat the yellow snow.
We actually had in Denmark, there was a kind of a gale and snowing, so that was pretty bad, and we had temperatures down to 6-7 Fahrenheit, so that's unusual.
Bonjour, Alexis. Ça va? And Owen. Yes, we've got Aoife
Oh yeah.
on audio. Oh no, we've got Aoife's camera as well. Let me get Aoife's video.
Yeah, I don't know how it shut off. This code is strange.
There we go. There's Aoife.
Yeah. So now that I
Big
found
morning,
out
Frank.
that all of the live camp footage was on Twitch, I started watching a couple of those yesterday. It sounds like Ufa was the most prepared person.
Yeah, it went quite well, but I've now started to doubt my power meter. So either I had a breakthrough or my power meter is acting up, but it went quite well on the climbs.
Nice.
Well, if your power was higher than you expected, it's believable. If it's lower, then there's something wrong with it.
It was 10% higher than I would have expected. I was able to do 300 watts for 20 minutes. This I've never done, and I will probably never do it again.
I think so far I've only listened to one interview, and that one, I think that was the one with Eric, and according to him, that was legit. You were doing 300 watts.
Yeah, but I've done a lot of comparison and calculations, so the power meter is okay. It's just that I had a chain drop in Tenerife, and with co-ops, the old ones, then the zero calibration value changes, and you need to potentially watch it that it doesn't drift. But okay, I ordered a new power meter. This one is 5 years old. It's time to upgrade.
Yeah. Owen said the same thing happens to his bathroom scales.
Yeah, if it's low, it's working. If it's high, it's not.
So I changed my FTP, which is actually quite cumbersome. It's like 8 different places and applications and stuff, from 270 to 290. So all of a sudden, I'm not doing so many TSS as I used to.
And you're what, like 10 kilos? 10 kilos
Wet.
lighter than me?
The kilos I'm always tracking, so that's not it. But yeah, I do have a suspicion though that the dry air of Arizona is very good for me, and once I'm back here, I'm probably going to be back to expected performance.
Cooper doesn't look like he can weigh 10 kilos when he's wet.
Yeah, pretty sure there's a 10 kilo weight difference, and that just popped you up almost 20 watts higher on your FTP than mine.
I've already been on the scale 10 times today because I'm packing for Vietnam, and our allowance is pretty tight, and including the bike. And I'm taking my gravel bike, so that's up a few kilos. So it's gonna be difficult to decide what to take and what not.
Yeah. So who was the pool shark at camp?
That's
Steve.
Cherise for sure. Cherise the first night, or second night, but the first pool night, she just beat everybody but one person.
Nice.
But there was a lot of bickering about the rules, so apparently pool rules are not unified over the span of the area that we cover.
Hey Fernando. Still liking the stream, and good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, Owen says you can play under the same rules and still fight about it, just don't blame the rules.
It's not the rules' fault people fight.
Hey, thank you, Fernando. Okay, good today. Couldn't say that now, did I?
You feel good today?
Yeah.
Nice. I feel like I took too many days off. So,
Well, you did.
but I feel good.
When I caught Gary streaming last night, he was streaming some very strange thing. It wasn't Swift. I did ask him if it was the new Scotland map.
Why did they have sheep and distilleries?
No, we had a bike and an egg and some kind of obstacle course. And we kept breaking eggs. A motorbike, not a pedal bike. Yeah. Like I said, I asked if it was the new Scotland map, to which I got an LOL. And at first I thought this morning was going to go really well, because I put the Gatorade powder in the bottom of 2 of my bottles, carried them over to the sink, and as I was filling the first one up with water, I knocked the second one over, expecting the Gatorade powder to go everywhere. It didn't. I lost none. I'm going to be lazy here and not change gear. Going to go up the cadence. We'll see how this goes. See how long I last. Yeah, that's the list you're option on. Alright, you. I'm just going to be back in a sec.
I'll be waiting.
We'll be right here. Hey, good morning, Graham. You all right?
A little nap.
A little nap.
A little nap now. Whew, I don't know what this cold thing is that I have, but it's probably the best cold I've ever had. But it's still a cold. Got me a little bit. You ever wake yourself up at night when you're sick with like gurgling and snoring?
Wake yourself
And
up
then
at
you're
night,
like, wow.
not like, hey Rick, wake up. No, don't want to.
Yeah.
Rick, come
You're
on,
like, wow,
wake up. No,
I
don't
just
want to.
read-
Not happening. Come on, Rick, it's time to adjust your seat. Sorry.
You just went off on that one. So, yeah, I ended up waking up realizing I'm like just choking on all sorts of stuff, laying on my back. I was like, wow, how did no one go? How did Heidi not like give me a good punch in the side or something to get me to roll over? Well, now the end result of that is it's all sitting in my lungs. But I've been coughing it up all morning.
Yay.
I can feel it a little bit. That 250 felt harder than it normally would.
Washing around. All right, here we go.
Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh.
Fat Max.
Let's just do this for like 20 minutes or something.
Yeah, I think you should do it twice for 20 minutes yourself.
Well, at least we could talk through this.
Yeah, poor Max. What he says. Poor Max.
But are you talking about me choking on my own mucus?
Mucus, that's just one of those icky words, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Almost felt like I was saying a banned word when I said it.
Try it, Alex.
There. Oh, piece of oatmeal stuck in my teeth.
Is there anything that isn't broken on you?
Not today.
That's why oatmeal is slow burning calories, because it gets stuck in your teeth. So it stays there for a couple of hours first.
Look at that, Rick. We've done 3 minutes already. Only another 17 to go.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to add the word auto mod to auto mod. Every time I say auto mod, it makes me think of the Fifth Element auto wash.
Yeah, whenever I think of mucus, I think of that Mucinex commercial with like the little boogers that are dancing around,
I don't know.
and the Mucinex keeps defeating them.
I haven't seen any of the Transformers. No, they're. I don't know. I don't know what they are.
Yeah, what are those called? Something like that. Yeah.
Autobots and Decepticons. I think
Yeah.
that sounds about right.
Autobots. Yeah, the only time I ever really paid attention to Transformers was when I was a kid. And then I didn't really pay attention to it. I just thought the toys were pretty cool for a little bit.
So my last act yesterday, before I shut this computer down on, was to install a Windows update this morning. I had all kinds of problems. People told me I was vacuuming. Discord had chosen, well no, Windows had set my default microphone to a direct input from my mixing desk, rather than RTX. So where using all the noise. And I can't get to settings in Discord, because if I try, Discord crashes. I get to have a go at fixing that one. Ended up sorting it out by going into the sound settings and changing default device and default communications device to RTX, which is where it should be anyway. But for now I know Discord is set to default device.
Yeah, I ran into a little bit of the Discord being too helpful this morning.
Well, the thing is, there
Usually
wasn't
when I
any new microphones, so I don't know. So at work I've got a wireless headset and I've got a wired headset. The wired headset sounds really, really good for music. The wireless headset not so much. So I'm sat at my desk doing my own thing and using the wired headset. And then I want a call to switch to the wireless one. Teams hasn't figured that out yet. Yesterday, at one point, it was using the speakers in the headset, the wireless headset that I was using for calls, and the microphone from the wired headset. Okay. The parts finally arrived from Amazon late last night.
Late, huh?
Okay, so they were supposed to have arrived the day before yesterday. I got a notification to say that they'd been repackaged and relabeled. By the way, we don't know what your tracking number is. If they don't arrive by tomorrow, the day after, you can file for a refund. Anyway. Let's see if they know if they've arrived yet.
I had a package show up on Friday. I knew it was supposed to be showing up on Friday, but you know, by the time the evening had ended, I just figured that it wasn't going to show up. Apparently, they were out late that night, and they delivered it. And then overnight, we had at least 6 inches of snow. So when I let the dog out in the morning, I looked, and I can see the little snowy bump. I'm like, what's that? And I uncover it. Sure enough, there's my package. Good thing it wasn't a rainstorm.
Yeah. The last status update says package is being relabeled and forwarded with a different tracking ID. Still no other update on that. Amazon. It's here, Amazon. It's here. Hold on to the right on Ufa.
Thanks, Super. Oh, yeah.
Thanks. Just came up Libby Hill. Was not pleasant. Okay, I'll be back later.
It's no Mount Lemon. Ooh.
Fan's making my eyes water.
When you're crying.
Directly in my face.
Not you. I had a perfect opportunity to use the no, you're right, it's the dumbest way possible. No, let's do it the dumbest way possible because it's easier for you. I had a perfect opportunity to use that yesterday. My internal firewall prevented me though. Hey there, buddy.
I had
Sharing,
one
my friend.
yesterday, once again with the same guy I mentioned yesterday. trying to show him how to rinse out the mash tun. He's, at this point, I thought he was messing with me for the longest time. But now at this point, I really feel like he's struggling. He's been using this system for 8 years now. Well, no, actually that's a bit much. We did get the system after we had opened. So maybe 6 years now. And yeah, he was still perplexed yesterday. I showed him again how to do it, and I looked back at him, and he was honestly watching and trying to process. I've taught so many people how to do it since then, since we got the system, and somehow he's continued to just skate by and not have to do it. But now it's at the point where it's like, okay, like we got people doing this job when you can easily do it, instead of standing around watching them, or not watching them, I guess. I thought he was watching them. I just assumed he knew how to do it the whole time. If I had the power to, I would have fired him on the spot. Although, to be fair, I would have fired him years ago, so.
I hope he doesn't watch this stream.
Oh, he knows. I've told him in a half-joking manner. Like where you kind of smile and then you go serious face. Like, no, really. I've actually actively tried to get you fired before. But he's also done it to me before in the past. I feel like behind every successful brewery, there's two people at the top of it in their constant wars. Isn't that what they say?
Yeah, so I had a rather upset electrical engineer on the other end of the phone to me on Monday, complaining that we've agreed to use this particular network switch in their design, and now with a month to go, we're saying they can't use it. I said, well, Mark said, I didn't know about this until a month ago. Then I've looked at it, and if the switch isn't on the hardware roadmap, well, can't we use it? If we paid for it now, any changes, it's going to cost us even more to buy another switch. No, well, that's all well and good, I said, but there are technical reasons we can't use this switch. It's like putting a square peg into a round hole. It won't work. Silence. But I said, I've got a couple of spare switches. And we're in a bind here. I'll give you one of them. And it's still going on. So, you're right, okay, but I'll bring the switch in on Monday. Look at the site. All good. Right, okay. And then an email a bit later. Oh, this other guy's offered us the switch as well, so it's okay. And then that was last week. Monday morning I come into an email asking me where will I have the switch so that they can ship it to site. I hear what? I thought this other person was supplying one. Confusion all around. I know, and it's the Stratix 5700. It's what you've told us to get, right? Thing is, there's 18 different Stratix 5700s.
this guy that I'm speaking of, he's figured out brewing very well. He was actually the first one. He taught me about brewing. I taught him about the system, because anytime it comes to mechanical things, or process, anything mechanical, he just starts, his mouth opens and he starts blinking rapidly. He has to think about it hard. But the amazing part about it is that before he became a brewer, he was a master auto mechanic, which is blowing my mind still. Supposedly he was the best one at the shop, and I'm doubting that. I have my doubts.
Well, it depends on the height of the bar, really.
Yeah, that's true. You've been to an auto shop before, you know how it goes.
There's a very good reason why I do all my own work on my vehicles.
Yeah, I spent the first part thinking that he was like, oh yeah, he knows the answer. And then it did take me about a year or two to realize that it's not just all laziness. He really doesn't get it. He doesn't like details.
Details for me, tails.
But yeah, so I spend most of my time trying not to be annoyed by it. But that's also the other reason why it's like at this point we had to pull people off of helping him, because it is a one-man job. So I'd help him once in a while, and I can't work around him for that long. So it's like, okay, time to teach you this stuff. Here we go. I have a lot of things to do. But I think he has it now. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, I've shown him 3 times, and he's watched me every other time in between those times. And then, I mean, technically he's watched people for 6 years, supposedly, but which now is making me rethink any of the times that I taught someone how to do it and then trusted that he was supervising them so that they wouldn't burn themselves or someone else. All right, it's Owen's turn to complain about coworkers.
Well, the difference is, Owen's at work.
I do it all the time. Maybe not all the time. I do have one guy, Craig. He's my best work friend. And it's usually, we can vent to each other. We go find a place away from everyone and just vent about the other guy, so that any of the other assistant brewers don't get worked up or get ideas. Wow, I don't even have to do 150 watts. I can just do 80 watts. Ah. It's good though, coming up here as of later this afternoon. Just about the entire brewery is going down to Portland for the New England Brew Summit to go learn about brewery stuff. And I opted to stay behind and hold down the fort. So I'm going to have the brewery just about all the way to myself for 2 days. It's going to be great. Maybe I should bring my trainer to work, and then I can do a workout with Owen.
Got a big open space behind my desk that I could set mine up in. But then, within, I don't know, 1,000 feet walk, I can get to the exercise facility where there's spin bikes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you have a gym already set up.
Yeah, I know. I just need to go down 3 floors, walk across the walkway, down another 2 floors, and then through the tunnel to the exercise facility.
Most that we have at my work for exercises is we have a couple inefficiencies from trying to join together the previous brewery and the brewery that we have now. So some processes can involve walking back and forth for a very long distance. And then we have grain bags that are 55 pounds a piece.
Oh, I thought that was a nickname for someone.
No, different kind of bag.
Oh, grain bags, come over here.
Grain bags also make a somewhat decent sleeping area if you happen to find yourself spending the night at work. Which I haven't done in a very long time, but back in the beginning of it, and when we did our expansion, I was spending a lot of time at work. They're really good until about like 2.
Get your finger out. We're back on it.
Ooh, that's what I should use. If I have to teach him how to rinse out that mash tun one more time, I'm gonna be like, oh, come on, get your finger out.
Go.
That should fix it. I would imagine it's a great thing though, using that phrase on people. Oh yeah, I do. I don't nap on the grain bags, then you get all dusty. That's only if you're gonna get a full night's sleeping.
I would have thought grain bags might have complained about it as well.
The only problem with them is I learned over time that it's a good idea to have 2 objects on either end of the grain bags that will hold them into place, because they do like to slide apart overnight. That's a good way to wake up all sorts of sore. So usually, last time I ever did it, I took a half barrel keg on one side and then the wall on the other, and then put the grain bags in between. And then you usually want to use something a little more like a flaked oat instead of just a 2-row malt. A little fluffier. Yeah, typically when I nap at work, I do the old-fashioned sit at a table, put my head on my arm, and then just relax. Then usually I'll doze off, and then someone does something, and then it startles me awake, and then I'm good to go. I think I'm gonna need to do that today. I was pretty tired yesterday, but I didn't nap. Then today, for some reason, last night I only got 6 hours of sleep, that's the low end for me.
Yeah, we can tell. We know you need your beauty sleep.
Oh yeah. Yeah, worst part is like when 2 o'clock comes around. It's always gets pretty bad. I'm
That's
tired.
when I wake up, sometime between 2 and 3.
Oh, I mean in the afternoon.
Okay.
Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Afternoon nap time.
Yeah.
Granddad
If I
nap.
am gonna wake up, it's usually right around 2 in the morning. And then if I'm gonna fall asleep, it's usually around 2 in the afternoon. But since I don't like to drink energy drinks and stuff, I usually don't do that. Only in desperate situations. What was it? There it is. March 27th. Oh, great. Oops. Have to take pictures for an interview for a magazine that I did a while ago. Photographers coming up. I don't like that. I don't get why there's these magazines that want to take pictures of brewers and breweries and stuff. I don't see them going in and taking pictures of their dentist. Not that that's the same, but anybody providing a service. Take a picture of the bartender. That's what they're there for.
You racing with us tomorrow, Owen?
Ah, you're no longer on the leaders list for ODivas, huh?
Am I not? Could be.
Nah.
I just throw it in. Huh.
That's why they got rid of you. Because it's International Women's Day.
Can't get rid of me that easily.
Yeah, I heard a few things about that this morning, Owen.
Hey, Antonio. Morning to you. Coming through.
Me.
Another group up ahead.
Let's take them out. All right, elbows out. The pile of pedalers.
What were they pedaling?
Pedals. A pile of pedaling pedalers. A
Road
perfect
Rash.
pile of
Yes, I remember that game. I don't remember what you had to do in it.
you try to punch people off the motorcycle.
Uh,
I forgot all about that game. My dad used to love that game. I would play it a lot. Sometimes on the weekend we'd have people over. We'd all take turns playing Road Rash.
I was more into playing Wipeout games on the PlayStation.
Oh yeah, that one was cool.
Yeah. Carol, thanks for the ride on.
That one would get frustrating though, with the whole trying to beat a time. Like when you have the game down so much that you know that if you hit a corner just a little bit wrong, that you might as well just stop now.
We used to link up 2 PlayStations and play head-to-head when it stayed on. I was easily the champion on that one.
What was Road Rash on anyway? What was that? Nintendo 64? Or was that Nintendo? I don't think I had a Super Nintendo. Could have been Sega Genesis. Oh yes.
Hit the Mega Drive.
Ah yes. Yeah, it must have been Genesis here, or same thing must have been Genesis in the US. Because in the US nothing sells like a good Bible reference. Sega was so confident on that one. They were like, this is the genesis of Sega video gaming systems. And then they came out with a GameCube. And that all changed. Sega Exodus. That's what the GameCube should have been named. The Exodus of Sega from the gaming market. Although they did make a lot of video games. Their software still sold. I used to like to play Rome Total War. I think that was a Sega game. I had to stop playing that one because it takes up too much time of your life.
Yeah, can't Sega up to Matthew, Mark, Luke and John yet.
One of these days I'll probably get a PlayStation 5, but I'm still waiting for the price to go down. One of these years, it has to go down. And I'm waiting for my PlayStation 4 to be obsolete. Yeah, usually I save my gaming time for like the month of February and March. And then that usually outdoes any of my playing time for the entire year before that. But I still have to play things that have like an end. That's why I'm playing FIFA now, because it's just once the game's over and when halftime comes, then you have a moment to get up, check on the real world, make sure everything's going all right.
Hello.
Tim.
Hello
Hey,
guys.
Chip.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Just finishing a workout.
That's not...
That was just right.
What?
Right at the end of that, I was thinking, wow, when is this workout going to be over?
Yeah, that's nice.
And then it ended.
Yep, 4 minutes to cool down.
What?
It's got 4 minutes of cool down left now.
Okay.
You back from Japan?
What? What did you say?
Oh, you were in Japan last time we talked, weren't you?
Japan? Yeah, Japan? Hä?
Yes.
Japan? Oh
Yes.
no, Germany, man. Germany right now.
I thought you were in Japan last time we spoke.
In what?
Never mind.
Bruh.
Yeah, my friend Kate, that's been traveling all year. She's at Boston. She's in Boston now, waiting for a bus to head back up.
A bus in Boston.
A bus in Boston.
Boston bus.
She's out on Boston Island at Logan. Yeah, she ended up. Something
Boston-
happened out of it with her.
The Boston
She
bus
was
is turning into
flying.
bikes.
Now, not this time of year.
Okay.
They need them. It's too cold. But yeah, once the summer comes, I'm sure they melt them down and make bike parts. Yeah. But yeah, she was in Zurich yesterday, and then her flight was held up. So then she got into Boston too late, and there were no more buses heading to Bangalore. So somebody spent the night at Logan. She used to live in Boston though, so I'm wondering if maybe she
Yes, by the
had
way.
a friend.
Bye.
And there he was gone.
like pulling a Tim out of a hat. He appears and then he's gone just as fast as he appeared. Ooh. I'll probably clear out my lungs just in time to go to sleep tonight and roll onto my back accidentally in the middle of the night and then start the process all over again.
Well, if it doesn't drain into your lungs, where else does it go?
Well,
If you don't lie on your back, where does it go?
On my pillow? I don't know. So I have no idea really.
Yeah, it goes the same place.
Okay. I feel like it takes a different route though, you know, like slides right by the airways and then just goes into the stomach. I do notice a difference because when I woke up, there were shocking noises coming out of me for that split second that I could hear myself while I was waking up. I was like, wow, who is that? And then I realized that's me. And I was like, geez, that was bad. That sounded like I was being strangled on like a B movie or something.
Now you know what we put up with for the entirety of a live stream. Oh dear.
That Rick, every time he's on the live stream, he just sounds like he's being strangled. Yeah, this is a weird cold. It's not even, I wouldn't even say it's a cold. Oh, we're done.
Let's get 40 Ks.
This is one of those colds that has just enough weird symptoms that I have something to talk about, but I'm not like actually sick.
Okay.
I don't know why I bring these things up because I know you don't watch too much TV, but have you ever seen the show Ted Lasso?
No.
Pretty good. I started watching that this weekend. It's kind of a feel-good show. But yeah, I had heard a lot of good things about it. And then I found out that we have Apple TV for free for 3 months. So I was like, ooh, I'm going to watch this one. And then, yeah, it's good. Just mainly it's all about a football coach from Arkansas that gets hired to coach a European football team. I guess you'd say an English football team in London.
Yeah.
And he's not supposed to be successful, but he ends up being very successful at making the team work out well, even if they don't win that many matches. They still work together well.
If you look at Velo Racer 01, that's Greg's mag. That's Greg's mag. Oh crikey, I can't even say it. If you look for Velo Racer 01, that's Greg Mag's stream. So you can see what they did last night. Greg's comment. That was a kick-ass course, fellas. Well done. 167 points. Ben and Brett got the almost B tags. Yeah, looks like they did good.
How was your race on?
Owen had a top 10 finish.
Oh, nice.
Yes. Picking them off one at a time, weren't you, Owen?
Nice.
Alright, there's my 40k. I'm not going any further.
I just got 2/10. And bam, I'm done.
Joe the horse. Don't think I'm ever going to stop. There we go. 200 meters to come to a stop. Yeah, I saw that. I was hoping you'd catch him on. Keep him behind you. Nice work. Sorry I wasn't very chatty. I was migrating a machine from McAfee to new antivirus software, and it wasn't going as expected. All right. Well, we'll the ouchie finals.
Ooh, nice.
All right. Well, we're going to be back with the Odivas ride in about 25 minutes. So come back and join us then, and we can chat some more. But that's it for the workout. Yeah. Look forward to seeing those, Owen. Hopefully, you don't time it in. You don't coincide it with a meeting. All right, there, guys. Bye for now.